All right, cool. So let's move on to the live video, Amazon live video.
Yeah. So I love Amazon Live Video, and this is an opportunity that most sellers are not doing, most brands are not doing, and I get why. Getting in front of a camera is difficult, and somebody says just turn the camera on, that's all you got to do. Yeah, it's, I guess it's better than doing nothing, but in reality there is some scripting, there is some forethought that needs to go into this. Um it's it's a lot less complicated than running a brand on Amazon, but it's a different there's no overlap between the two skill sets, so it's very new. Not to mention that most a successful seller usually means not good content creator for some reason, right? So when Amazon Live Video first rolled out, if you had brand registry on Seller Central or Vendor Central, you just got to take advantage of it. So what did you have? I watched for hours this one brand who sold banana hangers. So if you have a thing of bananas and you want to hang them and suspend them in the air instead of just lay them in your house on a rack, this thing just hung your banana, and apparently it extended the life of the banana. So this person just got a camera and live streamed bananas hanging from a banana hanger for hours. So I got an opportunity to speak to some of the higher ups in Amazon Live Video because I was doing a ton of it. And they shared that, they started creating an Amazon influencer ability to go into Amazon Live Video because if left as is, it was just going to kill the program because most successful sellers is usually synonymous with not a good content creator. It's rare that you can put the two together. And so they did. And initially it was invite only, and it was only like the Sylvester Stallones of the world and stuff like that. But then they started, like they do with everything, they started rolling it out and being like, hey, if you're in the Amazon influencer program, then, which is a very low bar, by the way, to get in. And if you're in this program, you now have the option to post the types of product review videos that we talked about, which are called shoppable videos, and monetize them by on-site commissions. Or you can go live on Amazon, which is, think of, if someone listening to this hasn't seen it, think of a QVC and Home Shopping Network got together, had a baby, and that's what Amazon Live Video is, because everybody there has a card loaded ready for like buy it now. And unlike QVC and Home Shopping Network, where a lot of people just go to watch for entertainment, with Amazon, there's none of that. Like everyone's there to buy. It's it's a very different world. Like everyone wants to buy. If you just talk too much or add too much theoretical value and positivity, it's a weird play. That would work anywhere else, that whole 80/20, but like not on Amazon. They want sell me something, you know? So that's what Amazon Live Video looks like. And I, in the last brands that I exited, this was one of the things that we were putting the greatest amount of effort into pre 2020. 2020, for obvious reasons, video online boomed for everybody. But a strategy that I used, and I want to preface this by saying I'm a very white hat seller. Like I love talking around the bar about all the tricks and the hacks, but in my business with employees that are depending on me to put food on their family's table, I don't I don't do any of those shady things. So in this case, though, since I started doing this, there's been some rule changes. So I just want I'm saying this, I want everyone to kind of like approach this with like, you do your own due diligence on this. And that is, I did something which we called VSFB. So verbal search find buy. We know search find buys. We know Amazon clarified that's not you shouldn't be doing that. It's hacking the algorithm. But with a verbal search find buy, I coined this, and what it is when you're on your live stream on Amazon, you're allowed to bring up text overlays and graphics onto your stream that you're accustomed to seeing anywhere. And what I would do is the product that I was talking about, I would pull up a timer, like a countdown timer on the screen, very easy to do. And then I would mention that here's this code, and I put the code on the screen. I didn't make it copy and pastable. I didn't do anything. I just put this code, really easy to remember code. And I said, search for, you know, gold and black humidor, on Amazon. First 10 to get it using this code gets it at, and it was this pretty hefty discount. Um, I would use these in combination for launches. So what happened was people would then there was no link for them to click on and just go straight to the product. So they would have to open another browser. I mean, open another tab because they don't want to close the stream and find out if they missed out on it. They still need to get the code. They would open another tab and they would search. So that's why I called it a verbal, which was my verbal queue, and they search and did a find by. And I would do that for different, keywords that I was going after, and it worked amazing. Mind you, in your first stream, when you have like 15, 20 people on there, which is not a small thing, but when you have 15 to 20 people on there, then it doesn't seem as impactful. When you start getting into the hundreds of these, and you're doing this in combination with a very focused launch of your products, this becomes a very powerful thing
Oh yeah.
to go after. So that's still a strategy that I think works phenomenally with Amazon
Okay.
Live with Amazon Live Video.
I should have you every week, at least once a week, to give us all these tips. So
For every tip, though, there's 10 failures, by the way. I don't want to sound like I know it all here. For every tip, I've failed at 20 other tips.
well, we don't want to know about those. We just want the ones. So, so what you're doing is, I mean, search, find, and buy. That's the best way to get ranked, and you're just giving them cues how to do the search, and of course you're targeting your keywords. So, but the code is for a discount, right?
Right. So the code, I could just copy paste the code in the comment field, but what I learned is if they copied the code, because someone watching this has not seen a stream, you're looking at, imagine a YouTube video, but the comments next to that video are live comments back and forth with the viewers that are watching it live. And if I found out when I drop the code in the comments field for somebody just to copy and paste, they would navigate into the Amazon marketplace and stop my stream.
I see. Okay.
Whereas if I had it on the screen, and this wasn't I forget who on my team gave me this idea. It was not mine, but they said, man, if they're not going to memorize the code, they're going to have to open another tab and they're going to have to bounce back and forth between the two. So I didn't have this heavy drop off on my stream, which Amazon doesn't say it does this, but it seems like the more active your stream is, the more people they start showing it to. Makes sense. So I didn't want the drop off coming from the stream. And I also wanted people jumping in there, confirming that they had purchased it and that the code worked great, because that got other people kind of like there's a mind hack for this, but it's like a psychology marketing thing. And it's
Me too. Me too.
right.